Hey guys, I did a shout out video earlier today for Recycle Dude, and somebody that I met in his live stream, Yankees Outdoor Adventures, came into that live stream, and I asked him if I could showcase his channel, and he was willing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I did was I just picked one of his longer videos. I haven't seen it yet. I really haven't had a chance to watch his channel, but he seems like a nice guy, and I really like the name of the video, and it's about an hour long, so it's a good amount of time for me to do this stream. So it's called Thought is the Hardest Addiction to Break, I believe. I'm kind of not seeing the end of it here, but I believe from memory that's what it was. So I put a link to his channel in the description, so go ahead and go by and check him out, and we're going to get going. If you'd like me to showcase your channel, let me know, and I've got time to do it, so I'm thinking, why not? Why not why not utilize my time and show people some other cool YouTubers and do my part in that respect. So here we go.
People to have in your life.
You know, I'm going to start this at the beginning because I got a minute or so into it, so I'm going back.
We are live.
All right, guys.
And on the air. Hello, everybody. I am Yankee. Welcome to my channel, Yankees Outdoor Adventures. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you hit that little bell icon,
I hit the bell.
It'll shape like a bell. If you
I'm hitting a lot of bells lately.
You will get notifications when I upload videos. Now, I actually had the ability to schedule this video, but every time I hit schedule, I got a notification that there was connection was unavailable. So I had to keep redoing it, and eventually I just said, well, you know what, it's not going to let me schedule, so I'm just going to go live. So I went live. So there's no definite type of schedule.
Yeah, I'm having problems understanding that as well. I'm sure I'll get it at some point.
Hey, okay, welcome, my friend.
It's when I try to do it other than just through my mobile app or this new app.
Right.
I'm really liking this new app.
Welcome, Tranquil Geo. Welcome, my friend.
It is.
That's awesome. I was just in a stream and we were talking
YouTube gaming app,
people that
which lets you stream whatever you pull up on your phone, pretty much.
And how you
puts this little circle there, and it picks up the sound from whatever's around you. So this is picking up the sound of my voice and the speakers from my truck.
One of those individuals that helped inspire me when I just started, and helped me to continue doing what I was doing. And these are just awesome people to have in your life. Yankee Brother Dune, welcome, my friend. Filling up. Yeah, it's, I get these problems with these notifications. I had it set to go out, but it just didn't go. Hello, Magnet Fishing. Really kind words. Okay. No, Tranquil, man, you did. There are so many times because when you first start out, guys, and this is something with any of these that are small right now. I know a lot of us are growing
Outdoor
pretty fast,
Adventures.
but hey, John, awesome. I got your little text there.
I love the outdoors.
But what I was going to say was with
so I'm sure I'm going to find some cool stuff. I haven't had a chance to check his channel out
yet. Do some good communication.
I'm sure it's going to be fun checking it out.
Tranquil Geo and myself, because there was no other real big community, you can really focus your time on one or two people that are there. And, we had some really meaningful conversations back and forth between text, and it's something that really helps grow up a bonding and a friendship, and it helps you too. It helps in so many ways.
I would really love to feature some musicians
here, my friend.
Like if you want to be featured, create a playlist of your songs. I think I would like them to be your original songs though, mostly, because I don't want to deal with companies trying to copyright
Budget Bushcraft.
And if it's an individual that asks me to showcase them, I know I'll be less likely to have that happen.
John, he's right there if you guys don't know John, but I'll say right away, even before I get into rambling, which is what I tend to do most, that anybody, guys, if you don't know each other in this community,
I ramble a lot too, so
a very awesome,
I hear that.
caring, forgiving community. And I'm telling you that because I'm not saying to sub up and go. I'm telling you to take a moment and get to know these people, because
he's right,
in this
man.
group right now, the people we have in here right now,
I'm getting to know a lot of people
that you don't know, and I can personally vouch for
on a little bit deeper
all
level.
of them that are speaking up.
Ever since Rant Jams wasn't able to do Rant Jams live, it's kind of been a blessing to me in a way, because it's caused me to go out and find other things.
You need to just take a moment, get to know them, comment with them. You don't know who is going to ultimately become a great friend.
I had been going on some of Recycle Dude streams, and there's a lot of cool people on there with them.
Reach out and find people and meet people.
It's been nice. It's been nice getting to finding people and getting to know them little by little.
Definitely get to know one another. There's so much help I've received from each and every person in this community. I mean, you know, guys, we help each other in ways that a lot of times we probably don't even realize we're helping. So that's, again, you know, get involved with these guys. Get involved.
I've been on 2 other live streams today.
There's so
Studio Geek 32 had one,
rooms that we talk
and I was there pretty much the whole time for that.
It gives you an opportunity to bond
he's showcasing
even
people
more with these individuals.
And he's having fun. He's got a lot of youthful
awesome
energy that's fun to watch. I love watching young creators. Like, it just makes me think about the future and how much energy they have and everything. So I had fun watching him.
I was about to say, inspired.
And I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, but she came in Rant Jams not too long ago, and she's a songwriter like me. And her name, I believe, is Siriana, and she played a little set earlier and live streamed it. And that was cool. Valfish was there. That old stoner was there.
Keep throwing out examples of why visiting other channels.
Fun. I'm getting to know some people.
This particular topic today, this topic I'm about to talk about, I was watching other content.
Should not be scratching this poison ivy, but
you know, so that's you can do that. You feel a little stale on your channel. You don't know what to do with, you know, or things ain't going the way you want it to. Start exploring. Start looking at what other people are doing. I'm not telling you to steal ideas, but I'm telling you to use these things to help fuel your ideas. Like, John, thank you. You helped fuel an idea today.
He's right. I mean,
because I wanted to talk
I probably wouldn't be doing this stream right now if it wasn't for
the fact of our
Rant Jams,
and, you know, maybe a lot of people don't
showcasing
think of
people.
it like this, but
and I'm sure he's inspired a lot more other people besides me to start doing it a little bit.
And really,
this
you know,
is just my unique way of being able to do it. Because while I'm driving, why not put on somebody that I find value in, or somebody I'm looking at that I haven't seen, like this gentleman, and just check it out and broadcast it out there for other people to check out as well.
This addiction that we have to keeping this brain,
I think it's a good way for me to contribute.
Function. And with, like me personally, and if you follow a lot of my stuff and understand some of the things I talk about with trying to find an inner peace and an inner happiness, all these thoughts, all these busying thoughts really prevent you from getting to that place. It's truly is an addiction that we need to try to figure a way to tone this down. But it's really
he's right.
hard
You
to
can get
tone
wrapped
down.
up in your
But
thoughts.
I mean, really
know I do all the
one
time.
Moment and think about your own day. And you know, it even comes to this stream you're watching right now, because this stream is busy in, again, it's busy in that thought pattern, right? It's got your brain feeding of thoughts on things that may not actually really benefit life. It doesn't. You see, I'm going with that, how it becomes an actual waste. And when we off of this, or we jump into another video, or we jump into a cell phone app, or are we playing a video game? Are we doing anything that is just this mindless thing, but we're, you know, overloading our mind, you know, at the same time. And I think if we really stop and think about all these different things we do, we'll begin, you know, as the first part, John, like you said with, you know, you were talking more of a type of physical or controlled substance types of addiction, but in the exact same way, when you're able to stop a moment, the moment you're able to finally go get clean on a drug,
Well,
is
what
that
he's talking
moment
about,
you're
these
able to
thoughts,
stop and look. And
they can
say,
be a physical
oh,
addiction
wow.
because they can
You know,
release
look at
dopamine.
what that's
like when
doing.
you're
I can
using
literally
apps
see
and
it.
social
You get that
media and you're
realization
just
that
so
you get
involved in
yourself.
it that you're
Do
not
that
pulling
same
yourself
thing
out
with
of that
thought,
reality.
Stop for a minute
You can
and
get
think
so
about
in it that it is
all
a
these
physical
things that you
addiction,
do
not
every
just a
time
mental
you're
one.
doing something. Try to
Because
catch
you're releasing
yourself
chemicals
in
in
a
your
moment
brain,
where
just like
you're
if you're
actually
eating
trying to
chocolate
sit in a center
or
peace
there's lots of
and
things
not
that can
being
release dopamine.
stuck in an overflow of stimulating and feeding this addiction of a thought pattern that has really no process to helping you. It's you know, I mean, if we can realize how much we do that, it's an opportunity to maybe convince ourselves to slow it down.
Yeah,
to
he's right.
At least a point.
I've been thinking a lot about this because I
am
constantly going with my brain.
Maybe
and it's
there's
hard
something
for me to
true
slow
about
down.
what Yankees
It's really hard.
I never
and
actually
what it causes
ever get
is,
to listen
especially with
to
my family,
me,
is they can feel it coming off me. They can feel my brain constantly going.
Think about your thoughts.
And I feel like sometimes they think that they're an interruption to me because of it, and I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
Completely focused. Your brain
so
is
I've been making a conscious effort that when I get home, that I mostly make that family time.
You'll still have
I still have some moments where I need to do some creative things because
these other thoughts.
I can't only be creative in this truck doing live streams. I'm more creative than that. But at the same time, I only have a small amount of time
to focus this down,
and I need to make sure I use that small amount of time with the people in my life
that you've
never focus on them. And now it's not just me; they're all in their devices and stuff as well. But
because you've never slowed your brain down enough
to recognize that
and
pull yourself out of it as much as you can,
I'm guilty of it myself.
And to actually create moments with people that are in your life.
I've talked about this in a video once before. You got to remember, our brain is no less an organ than our heart or our lungs. You don't tell your heart to be, you don't tell your lungs, oh, breathe now. You don't tell your brain to think either. This is a function that's going to happen, and it happens. Anyone who meditates will tell you that you don't ever control the thoughts that come into your head while you're meditating. You learn a practice of what to do with them. Kind of let them come in and let them go.
Yeah.
You don't try to focus and control them, or you're no longer meditating. And you can't stop them because your brain is an organ. It's functioning.
Right.
It's functioning like your heart. It's functioning like your lungs. Its job is to think. So it's going to function. But that doesn't mean that we can't get to a quieter place. We can't get to a point where we allow ourselves to sit without the devices, without the cell phone, without the radio, the TV. Everything. Think about everything we do. Even when we end up having conversation, how many times is that conversation just to feed this addiction?
Just so you know, if you chat in my chat, I won't be able to read it until later, but when I read it later, I will put something about the chat that you sent in my comment section.
That's what separates us from being able to really associate
enjoy other
with
people
us.
in the chat if they come in, but I can't really participate when I'm driving.
In order to
I wish I could, but I can't.
To chase your dreams and get the things you want, you have to first fully come to understanding with you. You have to understand what you want. You have to understand who you are. You have to understand what will make you happy. And there's a lot of times we fool ourselves with what we think will make us happy, and it doesn't mean it will.
That is very
magazines,
true.
All these
very
things
true.
that tell us what we
I've
want.
fooled myself for years and years and years about what I thought would make me happy. And then I get what I wanted, and I find out it's not
comes down to like a drug. You get a high, but it's gone.
For instance,
it's
I
gone
really wanted to be a director.
You still have the want.
And I was going to film school in California. It was a community college, but they had a really good program.
And addiction. When
and
the
then
word
finally, I got
said,
to direct a short film, right?
Here today,
and I was doing it, and it was satisfying in a lot of
extra
ways.
hard because I think
I finished it,
how
but at
many
the
of
end
us
of it,
in the
I
world are
realized,
addicted
you know
to
what?
things that are not
I'm not so
benefiting our
sure this
lives,
is the
but
role
don't
that
even
I would like to
realize we're
take in
addicted,
film,
and it'll
because
never even be classified
a director,
as an addiction.
I think it
mean,
might have
you
also
don't-
been
you don't
because
hear
I wasn't
thought
just the
being
director, I was
classified
the
as
writer, the
addiction,
producer,
most people
the director.
would tell you to think more. You should think.
I mean, I had other writers and producers helping
everything
me,
in moderation.
but it was just a lot to take on at once.
Let's see.
So I think if I were to direct anything again, I would
happy.
just
You
want to
are
be the
happy.
director.
You are
I would want
happy.
the
It's in
producers
your
to deal with
name.
the actors, like making sure they come and they're there, and
Hey,
even the
recycle,
casting I
dude.
might just sit
Look
in
here,
on.
I'm glad you
But like
popped
I
in,
would
man.
just want to show up, have my scenes
if we
storyboarded
can
and
get
ready to
things
go.
lined out,
Everybody there and just
you
start
guys know
shooting.
me,
Like,
recycle, dude. Hit me on that.
I found out that
out.
it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be.
Before 5 o'clock, so that
It was just a lot of work and headache.
But where'd he go?
But now, on the other hand, I
Recycle
made a
Dude
music
is
video
doing
one
a,
time that I
live
kind
show
of threw
today,
together,
and he
and
had
I
asked
used
if I would be
16
a
millimeter
guest,
film, and I directed
so,
that,
you
and I
know,
set
here's
everything
Yankee,
up with
do I have an
that.
opportunity
It was a smaller
to
project,
feed
and
my
everything went
addiction?
well, so that was a lot of fun.
I got
So
all kinds
maybe
of stuff to
I'll
say.
just direct
No
music
problem.
videos. But an actual
But,
short film,
there,
wow.
there you go.
Because what would happen is one actor would say they could be there, and then they call you at the last minute and tell you
ring that bell over there.
and then you have to switch all the shooting schedules around, and oh gosh, it just became a headache.
On the exact start time, but definitely
Because
wanna
I
make
wasn't
sure
dealing with professional
Recycle Dude,
actors
you
either.
get a
I
message
was
to
dealing
me
with film
first,
students
and it'll be a
and
fun show,
student
man.
actors and stuff like that.
Just
So
remember,
that could have
you
been
might
a
want
lot
to get
of
like
it.
a red flag or something.
I'm
to
sure
hold
that
up
goes
and
on in the
remind me.
professional
Anytime I
world
hold
as
up
well,
this flag,
so
shut
I
up,
don't know.
Yankee, so I can say
I
something.
think I enjoy the writing more. I think if I do anything with film again, the first thing I'm going to do is write a
Let me
script.
see here. Hey there, Yankee. What's going on, Gills? Welcome, my friend. See you here. Practice what you preach. Oh, hey, without doubt, Floral. But again, that becomes to when we're talking about.
And I just
the addiction
realized
of
I
thought,
have my movie
that
I made on my computer at home that I'm getting up and running. So I might be uploading the film that I made in film school here soon. So keep an eye out for that.
That would really be a Zen. I don't know how good a thing that would be, but I think if you can give yourself a day, an hour a day, if you just like any of us, Happy Trails. Let's mention Happy Trails a minute. Happy Trails is doing a really awesome thing with a healthy stream to help encourage others to get involved and to be fit, and they do things over there where they get to compare how they're doing, and it's a real major support group. Nobody discriminates. Everybody builds everybody up. You take that type of thing right there and just look at it as when I'm talking about giving yourself an hour, look at it as a healthy routine. No different than doing those morning squats or making that conscious decision.
Yeah, I wish I could do those morning squats.
Make that conscious
I wake up
decision
and
that,
go,
okay,
man. I wake up,
hour. Hey, if you
brush
can't
my
have an
teeth,
hour, hey, this is my 30
put on my
minutes.
clothes,
This is
put
what
on a
I
hat,
did. I'm going to shut that door.
drive straight to work, get in my truck,
shut
and
off all devices. I'm not going to listen
that's
to
it.
the radio.
Then I get home.
I'm not even a big one. I love
And I
native
unwind.
flute music. I love the sound.
I need to figure out a way to
and
get
it
some
feels
exercise in there.
so
I do go
relaxing and
to martial
in a
arts
zen.
on one of
But I
my
don't
days
even
off,
recommend doing
and
that.
that
I
helps because
honestly
it's like
recommend
2 hours
sitting
of exercise.
in
But I need to
silence
find some other
and
time
give
during the week.
yourself time. Reboot yourself.
That's not cut.
Don't focus on the thoughts. That's what I'm unable to do with the thoughts that come into your mind. This is the simplest meditation technique. Meditating gurus try to make you think like you got to get to a zen where you can sit quiet.
He's right.
And that's BS.
I agree.
It is.
That's not what
there is no
meditation's all
such
about.
zen. Even Buddha himself said, you got to get to a zen of quietness. So the monks, they went off and they studied and they concentrated and they worked so hard and they finally come back and they said, we did it. We can sit and not think. And Buddha said, well, yeah, but you're thinking about not thinking, right?
Right.
Yes, he's always thinking. So I'm not telling you got to sit and not think. But what I'm telling you got to do is you got to sit and when those thoughts come in your mind, whatever they are, some You know, if you're me, sometimes they're wild and crazy.
That's right.
You gotta just not grab them. Don't grab them thoughts.
Right.
And focus.
Don't grab them
Let
and
them
start
thoughts
pushing
come
them
in.
out
Let them thoughts
and
go out.
going
That's your brain working.
further
That's your
and
heart
deeper
beating,
into them.
Your lungs breathing.
Like you said,
your
just
brain working.
feel it.
It's normal.
And let
so
it pass.
You're not looking for that dead, silent Zen and think.
Right, you're not trying to force
get
them
into
out.
meditation
Just
and
let
come
them
out
pass.
feeling
Let
like
it flow
they
like a
failed
river.
because I could never connect to that. You know what? I don't know what it is you were trying to connect to. Maybe that's why you couldn't connect, because there is no time where your brain's shut off unless you're dead.
Right.
So stay alive, keep your heart beating, keep your chest fluxing in and out, and just don't focus on the thoughts that come in and go out.
Don't entertain.
And they will,
them,
just like your heart beating. Those thoughts are gonna do
kind of chill
that too. But just let them
relax and
go to that spot. Relax
and let it flow
and
like a
just
river.
let them,
Maybe even
don't
think about a
focus on
river.
them. The more you do this, see, it's
and
like
when I
with
say
any
think about a
addiction,
river, not
I
like
think,
building the thought,
I
but
think
just
when
like
I first started doing any type
think
of
about a
meditation
river,
routine,
not even hard.
I think
and that can help you meditate.
More
Just
than I do now.
or think
now,
about
of course, like I
nature.
said,
Like if you sit
thoughts
outside
come in.
and you just close
But
your
I don't
eyes
think
and
it
listen to the
happens.
birds.
I don't know if it doesn't
There are
happen
things
as
like
much,
that you can use your auditory
if
skills
I
with.
have finally trained
That will help you
myself
get some
a
level
new
of
type
meditation.
addiction.
And it will help you clear your mind just by tuning yourself into your surroundings,
on them,
or even the
so
thought of
when
nature.
I look back on it
even
after the
thinking
fact,
about
it doesn't
birds
seem like,
chirping,
well, yeah, I didn't really have
or
that
river
much
flowing, or anything
outside
really.
stuff bouncing in, trying to meditate. You think, why did that guy say that to me? Or this stupid.
It's all about not entertaining.
I should have
the
said.
thoughts
how
that
many
can
of us
just
have this
drive and
I
drive
should
and
have
drive
said.
your mind.
The things
and
that you
keep it
go on
driving
and
driving
ramble on and on and on in your brain for 2 hours after you done said it, and it doesn't do anyone any good. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy.
It is. And a lot of times, you'll get to fretting about something that doesn't matter. You just wasted all this time and energy. And it never will matter, and it doesn't matter. And he's right, everybody does it.
It's human nature. But now you're straight up. Don't feel you're flawed when you're doing these things. But also, it is human nature to become addicted. We become addicted to allowing ourselves to constantly do those things.
I have a very addictive personality.
If we allow ourselves to constantly, we're going to learn to come to you easier. It's going to change.
Right.
All right. Mike, welcome to the room, my friend. I have been rambling a lot, so I'm sorry if I missed anyone come in. Well, I'm sorry, Happy. I'm going to back up. I do have so many awesome people coming in here. We got Mike YZ, Gills, Mike, Budget, Style. I know I didn't shout you out, my friend. Much love. You know I'm there, brother. Nudge is in the house. Thank you, my friend. It's awesome to see you here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Jefferson Einstein. Floral, I'm backing up. All my climber buddies up in here. Karen's up in here. Did I get everybody? I don't know if I did or not, but if I missed you, say something and we'll try to say a great big hello. Hello, fishermen. Hello, Gills. There you go. See, that's dead, and I'm kind of copying off of my awesome community out there as they come in and say hello. I missed who? Who are you? Do I even know you? Who is that guy? Does anybody know that guy? Hey, Goonie Hunter, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you here. So anyway, we were just having a kind of a rambly on conversation, but I kind of settled down on my ramble a little bit. Hey, Budget, how's it going?
That's hard for me to do. Once I get a good ramble, man,
it
goes and goes.
Today?
It branches off in different directions, but it goes and goes. I could talk for like 3 hours straight, and I've done it. Just check out the videos I've got on my channel.
See that? I got a drinking problem too. I spilled it. I'm good, Yankee. Great people. Great. Oh, they're awesome. You know it. They're all awesome people. Hope to gonna fly. Cool. Let it fly. Hi, Pauline. Awesome to see you here recording. Taking a much needed break. Awesome. Do you, Tranquil, do you add your own music on those moving pictures? Or
now he's talking about music right now, and I just want to let I want to take this opportunity to let everyone know that I'm going to be finding a way to make my music available for everyone to download, and I'm going to put it all in one place, make sure it's downloadable. And anybody that wants to use any of it for their videos, they're welcome to it.
I mean, you can definitely
it's all mine, so you don't have to worry about like anybody coming after you. Because if you know anything about me, you know that's like one of my number one things.
All
is
about
that
sharing that type of stuff.
I'm like him. I'm like
it is at
I'm
7 p.m. 7 p.m. your time, our time, the moon's time. Link in the Twitter group. Okay, all right. You know, you're a monitor here, Happy, so if there's anything that you could share to help people get over that way, feel free to do it. You know that. That's why you're a monitor. You have open reins and full trust. Japanese, I love old castles. Which one? Glad we caught you live. Awesome there, is your hustler?
Now,
I'm going to be over there on his show later on
put it
today.
in the I Am Creator community, because I am a creator. It's www.iamacreatorcommunity.com.
The Eastern Time Zone.
James Cox has got it started, and there's just different creators in there, and there's one forum that's for musicians. So I'm thinking that might be a good place to maybe drop a link, I'll make a folder on my Google Drive, drop a link to that folder and make all the files in it shareable. I think that's what I might do. So when I do that, I'll make a video about it, and you guys will see how to get there, because I'll just go on Chrome on my phone, navigate there, show you where I put it, and if anybody wants to grab my videos, they'll be able to get it there.
Go to where it started.
My music. They can grab it there, and they can download it and use it for their videos.
California, y'all in California, it is 3:43 p.m. here in Ohio, and that is on the Eastern Time Zone.
Dang, I'm in Ohio too. So is Ranch Jams. I'll have to find out where you're at. Yankee Outdoors Adventure.
Roy, Tranquil, are you guys in the path? And let me ask that too. That's a great side topic. Is anyone out there in the path of the potential hurricane we have coming ashore? I know M and the gang is in an area where it could be bad. So definitely, guys, send your thoughts and prayers out to M and the gang. If
in my truck, I kind of have a little mini video game going on.
I don't know if they're one of my sponsored channels.
There's
on my homepage or not.
Speed thing in my truck that knows what the speed limit is everywhere I go.
You can find something. Go to a
Wildlife
Wildlife
Wednesday
video.
More
there
than,
you go. The Wildlife Wednesday video.
5 miles
Check
over
out
the
our
speed
Wildlife
limit
Wednesday
for longer than
collaboration.
1 minute, I get dinged, right? And every time I get dinged, it takes points off my safety score. So it's like a little game I play. I gotta make sure if I get going fast, like I'm going down a hill or something, before that minute's up, I gotta get under 5 miles an hour.
Y'all are in Virginia. Mike said no. I am sick.
It's kind of something to keep my mind occupied, and I actually have fun with it. A lot of people get annoyed by it, but I kind of have fun with it. Why not? I'm gonna have to do it anyways, so why not have fun with it?
You need what, Stacy? I'm sorry. I seen it. I just rolled up. Guys.
But sometimes when I'm driving, I forget about the speed limit, and then I'm like, and I look back when I get done, and I'm parked,
but
and
Stacey,
I look at my points that I've been dinged on, and
I didn't quite understand.
I'm pretty good though. I think I'm leading the pack. I'm pretty good at not going over the speed limit.
You need my
because you get to compare yourself to everyone else, which is cool too, with my company, so you can see your stats, and I'm doing pretty dang good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, I've only been working for him since April, so, and I'm already.
Oh yeah, definitely check out
Japanese
Lifestyles. Awesome individual.
Pretty proud of him.
He is in our contest that's going to be coming up real soon. I was waiting until all the
man, I need to get over to the left, and I got a truck there, and I got another truck closing in behind me.
Well, yeah,
and this guy's slowing down. Maybe I'll get ahead of him. I'm going to speed up a little. Just
what is she worried about? A copyright thing? Yeah, no. If you're using it for YouTube purposes, you'll be fine. I will not hit you with a copyright strike. If
that always makes
bad
me
taste,
nervous.
I
Copyright
might get mad at you, but I don't know if I'd hit you with a copyright then either.
Well,
I
you better know
feelings about copyright. If anyone follows me on Instagram,
I have strong feelings
about copyright. I really do. I
have strong
I got
feelings
mixed
about
feelings on that topic.
I have strong feelings on that topic. Basically, don't copyright strike people. If you're a regular person, don't do it. Those big companies that do it, that's all shady. Unless you got a really good reason, like someone's like really ripping you off, or like just taking your entire video and putting it up as their video. But if they transform it in any way, like whatever it is, it's your material, but they've got something to say about it, really, it's just a critique, which is covered by fair use.
I don't think you get the
people don't understand that, and it's so easy to copyright strike somebody on YouTube, even when you don't have the right to. And then it becomes litigious, like a court thing, and that it doesn't need to go there. We don't need to hold on to our stuff so tightly. I mean, it's really all just the universe's stuff anyways.
Guys.
And we're just placing it on YouTube.
I was a bad boy. Sometimes it's fun to be bad.
Now, on the other hand, if somebody stole one of my songs and got a radio hit off of it, and I saw absolutely no moolah, I might be a little.
John, were you able to?
I might go after them in court.
I mean,
and I could do that because I own my own copyrights. Like, but I would never go after anyone for using anything of mine.
I don't know,
like
Japanese Lifestyle. I think they removed
unless they did something like that, like they recorded a song and got a placement
next to my avatar,
or something where they're being paid like
the play
good
button
for something.
Was
and I get nothing. Then I might show up and say, "Hey, look, where's my songwriter copyright on that?" But if it's just somebody's videos on YouTube, even if they get a million views and they're monetized, that is something totally different. I can care less about that.
Oh yeah.
It'd be nice to get a shout out if that's the case.
The first one wasn't a rant, John. The first one I was just in the middle of having a good time, and I was having a good conversation with people.
Or a movie.
Burnwood was in.
And I know there's a lot of people that think that these YouTube videos are a commercial
The stream went dead.
And I guess
and they put this box up on the screen, and it said.
But I don't look at it. I look at it like these people are regular people
because
like me.
Of the music playing. Well,
they're not like propped up by some production company.
But,
so
you know, I'm not on YouTube
if you make it using my song
for what I do over there, and I'm not making money.
I'm not going to ever come after you. I mean,
you know, in my opinion,
like
I wasn't hurting anything. I think how many millions of Americans ride around in the car talking to their friends
I'll be flattered. I'll be like saying, "Hey, check it out! This video got 1 million views and it's got my song in it."
And it just kind of made me mad, so I went live again, and I did a whole bunch of lip syncing to music.
Battery power on this tablet says it's going dead.
But then they
if it dies on me, then that means my log goes out. It's ridiculous. Somebody took the tablet out of mine and replaced it with one that doesn't fit very good in mine, and now I'm having issues with it, and it's just a pain in the butt.
Awesome that Michael is doing good. Regan.
I keep an eye on that now.
Guys, definitely.
It's weird. You gotta like jar it one way or the other to get it.
Think about them all the time.
Connect right again.
Yeah, send that good energy out and about. I played some.
I just have to keep an eye.
Played some Kid Rock.
If I lose that,
Cindy,
I lose my
I
log.
played some Kid Rock. Yeah, I had
no
some
good.
Kid Rock. I had. There was a few cowboy-orientated songs. Actually, in the first stream, I was singing along with the radio a couple times, and it was "Wanted Dead or Alive."
I love that
was
song.
What was on. And
I used to play
that's
it.
the
That
one
was
that they
with
killed.
my friend
They
Dusty when
killed
we
that
were in high
stream
school.
on it.
That's one of the songs we'd play because he.
And then we had Kid Rock.
He was really good on guitar,
Cowboy
and that
Baby.
song is a great acoustic guitar song.
Ear holes. Yeah, Cindy was there, you know it.
And Bon Jovi had, I believe, a live version of it that came out when we were in high school. That was,
right, guys? Am I right about
I think
that?
he did an
about
acoustic
Clint Moore
session
starting
with MTV
in
or
10
something.
minutes? Can
I
anybody
can't remember if that's
confirm
where it
that
came
for
from,
me?
but there was some acoustic version,
Should be on
and I always liked singing it that way because it was a little bit different than the radio version.
Okay, excellent. Ear holes, yes. The local radio station did a commercial during in between songs, and one of their little commercials for themselves is they say something along the lines of, you know, put this in your ear holes. And I think the whole chat room just kind of like broke up laughing, thinking about Clint Moore as soon as they heard that. Check out Stacy's comment to you. I seen it up there, and I didn't see. Oh yeah, I have put you on the Elite 50 on the YouTube. Yeah. This said you were safe. Favorite from channels I need. You're on the wall. Yes. It's Stacy, right? And I'll definitely make sure I get over and familiar myself with what you got going on. But you definitely are allowed. And I stress to each and every one of you is if there's anything I can do that'll help you in your communities or whatnot, don't be afraid to tie in a relevancy to my channel. I've said this all along, and no matter how big I get, I'm going to always continue to allow people to do that. To tie in, it's easy to tie in, to become a related channel. You see them pop up on the sidebar. It's easy to do that. And it's a great place to get yourself, and you just
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that because I don't really know
making sure
how.
you got these people that you want to become relevant with. You talk about them either in your videos, or you have them in your videos, or you share their links and you share their stuff in your descriptions. These are all ways that help you become.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm.
This is the second one I've done today, and I think I'm going to do these quite often.
Michael Stream, this is the best.
Why not?
Yeah, hey,
why not?
Regan,
if I find value in someone, why not show everybody
too.
what I'm finding value in?
I mean, you've been with us all summer.
Talk about it.
You've been. I'm pretty sure you have. I think that is becoming a really, really popular thing on YouTube. But I want everybody to think about something too.
I need over.
YouTube is a constant thing moving, right? It's constantly moving. It's constantly changing. It's constantly growing. A year ago on YouTube, shout outs started becoming really popular in a way where you were if you think about it, think about the way shout outs have evolved in the last year. From being just flashing names to it being more interactive to now going with live formats to introduce other people. These are all things that have grown and changed in YouTube. Okay, now why are you bringing this up, Yankee? Well, because in the fairness of change, prepare yourself for a time where that becomes tiresome.
Right.
Prepare yourself for a time where
stale.
YouTube changes again. Make sure, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as a content creator, make sure you don't focus your entire channel on that type of thing. Make sure you have a plan. a side plan for it.
See, I have no plan.
What is popular,
or
and,
I don't know what I'm doing with my channel. I just have a channel. I have so many videos on my channel, and it's just.
And that's the
I don't have. I mean, I have 100 and something subscribers, so that's probably why. Because I don't know what I'm doing with my channel, but. I am having fun with it, I'll tell you that much. If it's just for my benefit, my own peace of mind, and my own fun, I'm getting a lot out of it, so I guess I'm getting what I need out of it. And it's a lot of fun meeting people on YouTube.
Mickey.
And finding characters.
I just try
love people that are
I try to share with you guys what I learn as I go.
There are a lot of them on
this. I'm definitely not an expert. I know guys that give way better advice. I mean, I don't know how many times in these videos or in videos of helping people I plug, Brian G. Johnson. If you don't know Brian, it's a channel. I say, well, God, he's so big, and maybe he don't have time to interact with me, and maybe he don't. I don't know, but I can tell you this: the video content he produces, the stuff he's talking about, is going to help you. Okay, and another thing when it comes to this, guys, everything, and again, I preach this with all stuff, everything in moderation, everything step by step. Okay, that means. Now, I noticed lately a lot of the videos, those guys with the help videos, they have really been shortening up the videos. I think that's better for the public that's watching. But if it's a long video that gives, like, maybe I'm going to give you the 10 things that you're not doing in your channel that you should be doing. Okay?
Like, I never watch them, so I don't want to make them.
Don't go over there feeling, I got to sit here and learn 10 things.
I like long stuff like this.
The first thing
this is what I like.
Doing.
So
take that.
Maybe this isn't the most popular type of video.
Get it right.
But
and then go
I'm
back.
not going to create something just to
get
an audience. First off, I probably wouldn't be successful anyway.
They can lay some information
and it wouldn't be fun anymore. So I just do it. I just do it a way that's fun. Like right now, I'm having fun. I'm showcasing somebody else who has a lot of wisdom.
Go at your own pace.
Is a character.
Pick one thing at
I know he likes the outdoors. I haven't got to explore his channel yet. But he came by my channel earlier and gave me permission to do this, and that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me. So
work on your thumbnails. Work on your
titles. I'm a spontaneous type person, so
your channel art.
That's what's going to come out of my channel. Spontaneous type things.
All the little things that you can do. Create your video trailer. Do you have a video trailer, guys?
I need to update my video trailer.
There you go. Practice what you preach, Yankee.
Mine's so old and outdated.
Trailer.
And
your video trailer
low budget.
Really
everything I do is low budget, but it's extreme low budget.
Anymore.
So
change it.
I'm gonna make a cool one because I have a lot of music, a few music videos on my channel, and nobody ever watches them.
Also, guys.
So I think I'm gonna take bits and pieces of the songs that I made music videos on, and just like actually do an edited trailer that has everything of what my channel is, and just find the best little clips and make it about 3 minutes long, like he's saying.
I don't have anything in there about
just
that.
Make it because I have a variety channel. I'm gonna have a lot in that 3 minutes, but I have a lot to choose from, so I can just find my best moments and kind of compile something that will give people an idea of what I do.
Awesome. And now here too, guys. Remember, if you're you can change and fix. If something ain't working. Right? Don't feel you have to stick to it. If something ain't working, change it. And if you got old thumbnails,
that's funny. If something ain't working, pretty much nothing I do works.
But remember,
if something ain't working, nothing works. Nothing works.
Like the only thing you really got to know.
But that doesn't matter so much to me because
if your video is doing kind of good, like you're over, let's say over at least 300 views on the video.
I think I might have
really careful about what you change about it, because what YouTube does when you change these things,
and anytime
they kind of
like that, it's when I talk about something.
They don't re-notify people about it, but in a way they reset it.
2 Pizzagate
and it may actually lose
and I believe they got up there.
If you got like I got the slingshot video. I really don't like the way it looks. I would love to change a few things about it, and I wanted to add
like trying to find
a couple things
to
the description, but I chose
not
not
what I want to do. I just want to do whatever I want to do at any point in time.
Is because
I don't know if I'll ever get over that, but I'm still in that mindset, even though I know
when you change description or change things that are drastic like that,
I'm going with it. Who knows? Maybe it might catch on. Maybe my style might be the next style of just doing whatever, whenever, and having fun.
5,000 views, all of a sudden is back to getting no views again. You know what I mean? Until it works its way back up the ladder. So don't ever go in and start changing all these things about your videos. But do remember, you can always change thumbnails, title, description if it's not working.
That's one thing I'm thinking about. I'm trying to think about a way to get my thumbnails better, because I do all my stuff from my mobile phone.
Right now, does anybody know?
Especially my live streams, and it's kind of, I don't know.
Happy trails, me too.
I kind of.
Bye, John. Thank you for coming, brother.
I've got to figure some tech stuff out. It's hard to do. It's hard to do everything with your phone, and that's what I've been doing.
Clint go live? All right. Well, I was gonna.
Hell, maybe that's what I should make videos about, like how to make videos with your phone.
I hope he's doing all right.
I think I'd need one or two good ones to actually do that, because who'd want to watch videos on how to make videos with your phone if all the videos you make with your phone are not that great? You know what I mean? So maybe I'll make some good videos, because I know how to make videos.
What is this, Jeff?
And if I can actually get some decent videos with my phone, then I can make a video on how to make videos.
Is that the name of the channel?
Thinking about doing how to live stream with your phone, because like what I'm doing right now is just my phone, and there's some other things that I found.
So yeah, I get that. Okay, well that's cool. If you know how I am, guys, if it's in the community and I knew he was going to be there, I would try to rally for him a little bit. Oh, bummer deal. Does he have the flu? Well, we definitely need to conjure up some good wishes to head that way too, guys.
Conjure up some good wishes
Studios in the house. Welcome, my friend Mike Thompson. Him, thanks. Yeah, also he's a great guy, without a doubt. Clint is such a down to earth individual. He's really awesome to talk to. What's going on, Keith? Great to have you here. Guys, send him a bookshop. No, everybody needs to send him a mini book now. Inspired John. He's got plenty of room on that bookshelf. Everyone needs to send him a little book. I have to go. Oh, you're fine, Mickey. Thank you for coming, my friend. It's always an honor to see you. It pleases me every time you guys are here, and thank you for being here. But I think definitely we need to all make a bunch of we all got to send him.
So I'm just going to tell everyone that might come into this live stream doing here, and you'd like your channel to be featured, let me know, and I'll take a look at your channel, and most likely I'll find something interesting on it, or something that I would like to look at.
Looking forward to
and
that.
I will do what I'm doing right
now.
I'll
guarantee that will definitely be a fun one.
Shout it out. So this is the way that I can do it, just by featuring. I did a playlist of Recycle Dude earlier today, and there wasn't really a playlist that I could go off of on this channel like I did with that one. So I just found a good long video, and that's what I'm playing, you know, and it had an interesting title.
It might have been.
So that's the one I chose, and so
I
can do something like that for you. I'll figure it out. I think that it's cool because it's a little bit deeper look.
In the house.
You know, because a lot of the shout-outs, they like try to do everybody spending more time on something. That's just who I am. You know, how long I'm going to be doing these, but I've been on him. I just keep it going like I can. But if I get anyone to say they I'll probably just find random people that interact, do it that way, and just kind of keep it going. And eventually people are going to realize what I'm doing, and they're going to be like, whoa, I want to be on Steve-O's channel. He's like spending a lot more time on one person.
Guys, about that
anybody else doing it.
I guess was there anyone else? Was there anyone in the chat room that was in danger of being involved in that? because it is coming in real soon.
To find out where this. I want to go camping. It's like he's an out. Recommendations of nice places to go. Because I really don't know a lot of.
It's supposed to hit the United States.
I know a few, but
it's
not a
supposed to hit
lot.
the United States.
Mostly metro parks in my
But
area. I
I'm
live
right
in
to
Dayton,
say
Ohio.
tomorrow or day.
And some of the metro parks are pretty nice to go camping in. You just reserve a camping spot. They have the wood there. You don't even have to
thank
bring
you,
wood.
Glamour. It's
Set
awesome
up your
to have
tent.
you here. Always
Spend
honor
the night.
to see all you guys.
I
Nature
took my
bound,
sons a
come on
couple
in.
years ago, but they were a little
Awesome
too
to
young
have you
then.
here also,
So I'd like
my
to
friend.
try it again in the next couple years where they're older.
We
and
had
they
a
won't
pretty
be
cool
such
conversation
pains in
talking
the
about
butt,
the addiction
which they
of
might
thought
anyways,
in
because
the,
they both have
beginning of
autism.
this
So it
stream.
just might not be a good
some of you may
experience, no
find
matter
it
what I try
fascinating.
to
You may
do with
find it helpful. So
I
maybe,
really love
you may
camping,
want to
but
take a
I'm
look
not
and,
so sure
you know,
anybody
if you
else
get
in
a
my
chance
family
in the
does.
future,
So.
watch,
I don't know.
Watch
We'll
some
see.
of the replay and
I
get
could
some
probably
of the
talk them
early
into it again, but
that we did
I don't know if it
discuss.
would be a good experience or not. But you got to take chances. You got to try again.
Yeah, Mike, it is getting stronger. The last I heard, also they were saying it could possibly be.
I was telling my wife it's something I want to do, and it's around the time of year when I
Category
told her I
4
wanted to
coming
do it
in.
when it starts cooling down.
My
a little.
coffee is cold,
It's not
and
so
I was
stinking
I'm
hot,
so
so
wishing I had a cup
maybe
right
I'll
now.
put it out there on her radar, and maybe I'll be camping in the next couple of days and
Thank
making
you for
some
coming,
live
Karen.
stream videos camping or something. I don't know.
Maybe I misunderstood.
The next
Thank
couple
you for being
weeks.
here.
That'd be fun. And then put it back on her radar and say, hey, remember I said I wanted to go camping? Maybe I'll get to go camping.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I had my cup before I
There's this metro park in Germantown, Ohio, close to where I live. And that's what
now.
I think I would go back there
I've been
again.
out of the social or
Stayed up
day.
that night,
And I
watched
did
the
not
sky.
know that
You
it
can
was
see
a Category
everything.
4 now.
And like we were seeing some weird stuff up in the sky, and I got him a little
Oh,
bit
it's
scared.
good to meet my
'cause I was
friend
taking
Bobby.
up
We get
in front of me. I'm
do
like
coffee
I hate it when
all
you
day
do
with
that.
you guys. That was like
It's
kind
like
of
if
amazing
you want
for
to
me
go
actually.
slow, don't get in front of me.
But shelf. You got a new name, bro. Oh, we are blessed. There are no hurricanes, no tornadoes, etc. Well, that's awesome, Karen. That is truly a blessing. Did they change, Mike? Did they change the path of that at all, or give a more narrowed
Last
down
year,
path?
I was supposed to go on vacation in
earthquakes.
North
Oh,
Carolina.
that ain't no fun
and,
either.
The hurricanes that were happening
Sinkholes.
got my wife
Freak
spooked
me out.
enough that we ended up not going. And my mom actually paid for this whole vacation for her 60th birthday.
Florida
And
experience.
all the rest of
Crazy
my siblings
stuff
ended up
with
going,
sinkholes.
and I didn't. And it kind of. But I understand why my wife was nervous, and whatever. It's one of those things I had to get over, but it was a bummer.
Still hit.
But you know what? Whenever hurricanes happen,
Yeah, we got another one.
I just
right
have to
behind
remind
that one, too,
myself
don't we,
of
Mike?
how
there's another hurricane
how
coming.
blessed
coming
I am
in,
that I don't really have
I think Puerto
to
Rico's
deal with that
gonna have
type
to
of thing
deal
living
with
in
it real
Ohio.
soon.
Like even tornadoes are rare. Like they happen every once in a while
And
around where I live.
That's probably on a
So,
directory that might come
we had a
on
wind
into the
back, and it was anything to deal with.
That's
But-
usually where they go.
And ice
Two
and
of them.
sometimes some flooding, but
It's-
major
I heard the news say
So I live in
this
a pretty
morning
good.
that on this before,
Like that, I don't have
and
to worry
thought,
about
what a
earthquakes.
BS card, because any of you that follow the types of
So
storms,
sometimes I'm
it
like,
was
oh,
just 2
Ohio
years ago.
sucks.
We had
But other
one
times
track
I'm like,
of
really,
storms
it doesn't
where
suck that bad.
there was
Pretty
nothing
cool.
but tracks of hurricanes behind it. But you know, they fizzled
The
out.
only reason
They
why
all
I
didn't
would
come
feel
in
like,
and hit.
oh, Ohio
But
sucks,
to
because
look
I'm
at a
from
weather
Southern
map
California.
and see hurricanes
So
dotted
there's a
across
lot going
there,
on out in Southern
that's not
California,
that out of
and the weather
ordinary
is
for
a certain way that I
hurricane season.
enjoy.
It's really
but,
not. Some of those
you know,
would dwindle
I
back
don't know
down
if I would
to
want to go
tropical
live there
storm.
again. I think if I
lived
lived somewhere else, I would want it to be
Hey,
an
what's
adventure.
going on, Truth?
I would want it to
I'm
be
not going to
something
be all much
different,
longer
and it
anyway,
would be
guys.
a place
We were
that-
just talking about. Actually, the beginning
that
of the
my
stream
wife
was
wouldn't
was
like. She
pretty
already told me.
interesting talk
So
about the addiction.
about the
involved.
only way I'm
But,
going to ever live
some of
there
you
is
guys
if
may be
I
curious,
outlive
you
her.
know, about
And
that.
I'm an
You may
old
wanna
man
check
and I
it
go
out
out
on
there
a
and live
replay.
there. And by then,
But
I'm not so
here
sure it'd
for
be a
the
good
last,
idea. But I think it'd be
half
fun
of
to
the
live in the
stream
swamps
anyway, we
in
just been kind
Louisiana
of,
and be a But I think that would be so much
for
fun.
10 years every year. Hurricane.
Like,
Them anymore. Yeah,
I don't know.
We can definitely deal
I
with
used to be
flooding
deadly
here.
afraid
Sorry
of
about
snakes,
that,
but
guys.
I'm not anymore.
Cut
Like,
out for a second. We can definitely deal with flooding. We definitely deal
And
with
I don't know.
tornadoes.
I became a vegetarian, so part of the reason why I wanted to go there is I
Blizzards.
wanted to.
So,
That
you know,
show
we
Swamp
get our
People
share of crazy
got me wanting to
weathers.
go hunt
Toward the,
alligators, but
hurricanes,
now I mean,
from
I'm a
it, the
vegetarian,
most we
so
would ever get,
I don't know.
it would be just, you know, a bunch of rain.
I think it would still be a lot of fun though to go out with the people that are doing the stuff.
And a lot of rain.
Like, I don't
want
to shoot and kill alligators, but I'd like to go along for the ride. It's just my sort of gig.
This whole region
Be
of
fun.
Northwest Ohio.
Oh, he's in Northwest Ohio.
Stacy Morgan, what? Oh man, I hope all is well.
He's up there by Michigan, probably.
Thank you,
Toledo.
Trent, you got you go to
He's
the
probably
doctor
close
this
to
week or
Recycle
something,
Dude.
don't you, bro? Or maybe I misunderstood
He's
that.
about probably 2 hours away from
But anyway,
me.
if you do, man, send
Maybe
out
an hour
good,
and a half.
good thoughts to you, brother. Hey, Wolfie, how's it going? Also, I'm playing some catch up. All right. I'm down to 4 minutes anyway here, guys. If I missed anyone's chat, now I'm rolled down to the bottom. Now would be the best time to
See, that's
tap
the one
in there
thing
or
about my
anything
live
off.
streams is
Yeah,
I do a
something
lot of
that
them while I
overlooked.
drive, so I
do
can't
not
really interact
purposely,
with the chat.
skip
So I know a lot of
anybody
people
in my
that like
streams,
live
you know,
streams.
but
The chat is a big part of it, interacting
it's easy
with
for
the
me to
person
do.
that's live
I kind
streaming.
of get overwhelmed.
So
with,
I don't
reading
know
the
if I could
text.
ever work that out and
maybe
just
a little
kind
bit
of
hard
let
to
the chat
explain.
have
It's
its
kinda
own
like when I
thing
was
and me
in
do
school
my own
and how to
thing,
do a
but
test. If
that's
you-
what I'd
if
like
you
to.
sat
I've
and
seen
talked to
other
me, I'd
people
tell you
do it
every
before.
answer, but if you handed
So
me
I know
the
it's
test,
possible, but
it all kind of
I don't
jumbled
know.
together.
I don't know if it would
Does
work
that make
with
sense?
me.
And I get that same problem.
But
when
who knows?
I'm looking at that.
I know I'm just
at
having
all the
fun
text.
anyways.
So,
Might as well have as much
always
fun as I can
ask
have.
y'all to forgive I overlooked you. Just don't let me overlook you. Give me a little spam treatment or jump
So
on
I
you
guess
there
what I'll
and
do
hit
is
it
just
couple
kind of make
times
a
and let me
comment
know.
about whatever
And,
happens in the chat.
always great
While
to,
the chat's still small
talk
and
with
not
you, and I hate
overwhelming, I
this
could probably
anyway.
just give some shout outs to the people that
Stacy,
participate.
I'll definitely
Something
be
like
checking
that.
out the wall without a doubt. We will get to that.
Today I saw
As
Foul
soon as
Fish
I
in
am
another
off
live
here.
stream, and I
Yeah,
thank him
you know,
for
wow,
being in one of my live
I'm up
streams
the
the other
room
day.
and
So
nobody
that's
talking.
kind of
It's
the
almost got
interaction
me
I'll probably
wondering,
have with the chat is I'll see you
if
somewhere
my chat
else
is
or
offline,
something
if I
where
lost
I can
something in
actually
that last
participate in the
connection.
chat, and then I'll say
So
something.
somebody say something. Let me know.
I
if
was
you're
on
still
my
there.
lunch break watching a live stream, so I was able to type to him and say thank you for showing up to my
Maybe
live
you're
stream
not.
the other day. So I don't know.
Did I lose everybody?
I don't know, but have fun in the
I love
chat
this
if you're in there. I
You
don't
guys-
know
you
who's
guys
watching
rock.
or if anyone's
Yeah,
watching,
you too.
but if you are, get to know each other, and you know, it's about all I can offer for the chat because I can't interact.
There's nobody here. Hello, hello, hello.
There is somebody here. I'm here in the future.
YouTube, you rock, man. No reason for that. Now it says I'm up to 31 people in the room and still nobody talking.
I'm talking.
There's definitely
In the future,
something going on. And I guess I'm at my hour mark. I'm gonna have to watch the replay.
He's at his
and
hour
see
mark.
what
I
happened.
guess that's his personal
I hope
mark.
you're able to hear and see me.
That's cool.
I am unable to.
Hour sounds like a good
hear
amount of
and
time
see
for a
you.
live stream.
So I wouldn't hear you.
He talked about his topic.
Until our trails meet again, I hope all your adventures
Thoughts
are
being
awesome.
addictive. And thought patterns and
Okay,
stuff like
well,
that. I
just
agreed
got
with a lot,
notification.
if not
Thank
all of
you,
what he
Jamal.
said. So
I just got
I enjoyed this
notification
live
that y'all
stream,
can still hear
and I'm
me.
hoping
So I'm glad I didn't go
that
on
his
a
next
YouTube
video
rant.
just automatically kicks in. But if it doesn't, I'll just finish this out by talking.
I'm
So,
still, guys.
whatever
I'm
happens,
at
happens.
that 1 hour
We'll see.
mark. Sorry, I lost chat. I can't read your guys' chat. I can't, and nothing new is coming in. And I don't know why. I did a little
So
circle came on the screen for a second, and then
Yankees
that happened. So
Outdoors
I
Adventures
don't get it. But
live
sorry,
streams,
and I
I noticed
apologize,
you
but we
did
are at
have
the
quite
1
a
hour
few of
mark.
them.
Hey, check out the
And go
beginning
in
of
and
this
say hi
video.
to
Maybe
them.
there's something
Tell them
that'll
Acoustic
value your
Steve-O
life
sent you.
when it comes to
And
how much time you spend addicted
start getting involved
to
in
your
the
thoughts.
community that
And
he's
until our
talking
trails
about,
meet
because
again,
the
I
people
hope
are really
all
cool.
your adventures
And-
are awesome. We miss you, Todd, for watching. Love you, Canal.
Go say hi to him.
We're out.
Seems like a good guy, and I'll be watching more of his videos. It's hard to watch everyone's videos, but I will. I got plenty of time, so might not watch him with my eyes, but I'll listen to him with my ears. Oh, I hope another one plays. I don't think one will, though, because I think I have my autoplay paused. So I'll just finish this out by just talking about whatever, and if I come to a place where I can pull over, because I'm not really wanting to make this that much longer, and I know I have a lot longer before I'm actually done with my load, so I'll probably just keep an eye out for a truck stop and pull in and end this video here soon. But for now, I'll just talk a little bit. What I'll talk about is, and something that's really important to me, is cryptocurrencies. And I know that it doesn't seem like there are a lot of people in the communities that I am involved in that know much about it. So I would love to offer myself as a person, a resource for getting involved in it. And so I'm going to give you a little pitch on why I think you should get involved in it and how you should get involved in it. Now, first off, if you are a YouTuber and you take YouTube seriously, there's another part of your audience that you're missing out on, that there are really active people in a community that you can go to, and that's on Steemit. And it's a blogging platform. It's STEEMIT, so 2 E's, MIT. Just check it out, Steemit. Just type that in Google, it will bring you there. It's easy to get going on. I think if you have a Facebook profile, you can just these different things. You can just like link to your Facebook profile. When I signed up, I believe, but it might take longer than that now. But they verify you, and then you have a Steemit account. And what that means is you have a wallet that whatever you post on Steemit or whatever you do on Steemit, it creates 3 different things. It depends on how you set your settings. It can create Steem, which is the main cryptocurrency on Steemit, Steem dollars, which is another currency on the platform that tries to stay around $1. Like, that's the purpose of it. It tries to like be a less fluctuation type of currency. So you can kind of, there's a lot of depth in that, but I'm not going to go into all that. And then there's Steem Power, which if you put a percentage of your stuff going into Steem Power, it can start to build your upvote power. So that way, when you upvote people's stuff, it will give them a little bit of the cryptocurrency or the currencies. And right now, my upvote power is about 3 cents if I vote 100%. And I have right now about $250 in my wallet, in my Steem Power. That's what gives me my power. I have a little bit more in my other 2 wallets, my Steem dollars and my my Steam, just regular Steam. But, so it gives you your wallet, right? It gives you your, you'll have a passphrase, right? You'll have a recovery phrase. And you'll want to write it down and keep it somewhere safe, somewhere where that's not a place that can be hacked or anything like that. Probably the best way to do it would be to write it on a piece of paper and keep it in like a safe place in your house. What I did with mine, I'm not going to tell you, but I have mine stored somewhere. But you can also get your phone to automatically do it. And I don't have enough money in there that I'm super paranoid about it, so I just let my phone keep the passwords in there, right? So it's really easy for me to interact with Steemit. I just log on and I'm automatically logged on. My phone automatically logs me in. Anything I do in there, it has all my passwords saved. I let my phone do it. Now that puts me at risk, I know, of being hacked, but I don't have enough money in there that I'm that worried about it. I mean, I've got like $200 and something in there. Yeah, I know that is money, and I could and should probably do it a safer way. And if you're more safety-minded, security-minded, you can figure that out on your own. But for me, I like to make it easy and accessible. So it's really easy. What I did was I linked it to my Facebook. I had it remember my passwords, and now I just use it. I mean, it's simple. All I do is go. In my Google Chrome. When I open Google Chrome, my most used applications kind of fill in 6 little circles underneath the search bar, right? Well, Steemit's automatically in one of those, so it's so easy for me to access Steemit now because I've used it so much. And you can put whatever you want there, and I put Steemit there, that now I just open up my Chrome, hit that, brings me to my blog, and I can just start using the platform, all right? So once you're in it, and you're actually using it, and you're functional with it, what you do is you have a blog on there. That's what it's called. And it's a place where you can put anything. Now, you can put your YouTube videos in there. There's a YouTube, basically anything you put on there, you get 5 tags at the bottom of your blog post that kind of put it in all the different channels on Steemit. You can even create your own tag in your own channel, whatever. But you can use the ones that are most often used. You can look at on there at the ones that are most often used. You can figure all that out and start utilizing those. But, for instance, if I were new, the first thing you want to do is you want to use the introduce yourself tag. And you want to make your first post really good. Really good. As good as you can. Kind of go on there and look at the introduce yourself tag and go to the trending ones. And find out what the people that are on there have done. Like, look closely at what they did. You might even want to learn about some of the basic coding, because there is some coding that goes into it. But it's all real basic. And if you want help with it, I will help you. Straight up. Like, I will help you get a good introduce yourself post, because if you put a good one on there, it can earn hundreds of dollars right off the bat. I didn't do that. I'm too spontaneous for that. I just went with a decent introduce yourself post, and it wasn't that great, and I don't think I earned that much. I might have earned like $2 or something. But it was $2 still to get started. All of a sudden I had $2 for introduce yourself post. So that's going to be your first post. And if you're going on there as a YouTuber, you probably want to put in your tags, the first one is always the most important, and it's the relevant one. So I think I screwed up and put introduce yourself as like my second or third tag, so I automatically shot myself in the foot because I didn't research it very well before I just started getting into it. But put it as your first tag, introduce yourself, all one words, all lowercase. You don't want any spaces, because the spaces are what separate the tags. So your next one, after you put introduce yourself, all one word, lowercase, would be YouTuber or YouTube. Then your next one might be YouTuber or YouTube, depending on. And then the next one, maybe whatever you do. Like if you're a scrapper, like Recycle Dude, or recycling would even be one. Anything like that. There's gonna be a tag for that. So you just kind of can get more specific once you get past the first important ones, right? So, what, it's a really cool place to go and to make extra money and to find community. Because if you interact with the people on there, they're very interactive. Very interactive. And I'm not good at social media. I've got like 1,200 followers on there, and I'm not good at it. And I've only been on there since the beginning of last December, I believe. So I almost a year, and I have 12,000 followers, and I've done that by doing community, like finding things. One of the things that you should do is whatever you do, find contest for it. Like I participate in a weekly contest. It's called Open Mic. It's one of the most popular contests on Steemit. So if you're a musician, you're going to want to get involved in that, because I'll make a video for Open Mic, and you have to submit it through YouTube. That's one of the rules. So it automatically is geared towards YouTube, right? So you have to make a video on YouTube, and it basically requires you to say something at the beginning to introduce. You say, this video is for Steemit Open Mic Week, whatever week they're on, and then you say, I am whatever your name is on there, and I'm Acoustic Stevo on there as well, so I'd be like, I am Acoustic Stevo. And then you just introduce your song. This is an original song I wrote. It's called this, and this is how it came about or whatnot. And then you just play your song, right? I've made $80 off these things before. Like, straight up, just a song I wrote that I did a live recording for a Steemit contest, and the post has made like $80 or so. Like, that doesn't happen very often, but just 2 weeks ago I made $25. It's worth doing. I mean, it really is. And I'm here to make sure musician, like, I really want creative people. I think it's important to bring, if you're a creative person, to bring in creative people to the platforms that you're using. And there's a reason why Steemit is so close to my heart. It's because it's a crypto thing, and to me, cryptocurrencies are important because they get us away from our government fiat currencies, right? And they're becoming mainstream now, so I even want to make it, I want to make it so it's easy for other people to understand how they can turn these cryptocurrencies into real dollars, and I'm going to be making a video on this real soon. And basically, the next time I take Steem out of my Steemit account and put it in my actual checking account, I'm going to make a video on that entire process via how you can do it via mobile phone, because that's how I do it, via mobile phone. So I make it really easy on myself. I don't have enough money in there that I'm worried about it. Pretty much my mobile phone is how I keep track of all my cryptocurrency. So that's where all my wallets are. I basically have a Coinbase account, which allows me to get the most basic upper tier of the cryptocurrencies. I can get Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin Cash. They may have added something else since I went on it last, but that's what's in there right now. And after I get those cryptocurrencies, I can send them to, I use only one exchange. It's called Bittrex. That's Bittrex, I believe. I may have spelt it wrong, but it's Bittrex. You can Google it. And you can go in the App Store if you're on Android. I don't know about Apple products because I don't use I don't have an iPhone, so you'd have to check it out, but I use the Bittrex mobile app, alright? And it's something that you do have to verify yourself with, and I've done it so long ago, I don't really remember exactly, and the same with Coinbase, but I believe it's fairly easy, like, take a picture of your photo ID and send it to them, and the only reason why I feel safe doing this is because I know that these companies have been around for a long time, they have a lot of users, and pretty much anything, it's more secure than a lot of things that have my information, like, the credit places that have been hacked and have lost all of our information, and we can't even really do anything about it. So we have crooks with our information just because we we have credit reporting done on us so it's ridiculous how accessible our information is by a lot of the companies we trust. But I almost feel safer using them and other major corporations process, because in order to do financial things like cryptocurrency, especially if you're in America, the IRS is going to want to know what you're doing, right? So they have to verify with my check. I have one exchange, because Coinbase is really an exchange as well, and that's enough for me to get my cryptocurrency out. If I can get it to my Coinbase, what they call is wallets. So I have digital wallets on Coinbase. If I can get them to those wallets, then I can send them to my checking account, all right? But Bittrex, it has a ton of different cryptocurrencies, right? So Steam is one of them, and Steam dollars, SBD. So it has two of the currencies used in Steam are on Bittrex, right? So anytime I want to get my Steam out, all I got to do is send my, whatever this, I want to turn it into one thing or the other, Steam dollars or Steam, because you get charged small transactional fees, and they keep them minimal for a reason, because they want it to be usable. So it's not really taking I'm not taking a big hit when I send it and they take a small transaction fee. So what I do is I get it in one currency or the other, so I only get hit with one transaction fee. And then I send it to my Bittrex wallet, either in Steam dollars or Steam. Usually I just do it in Steam. So I send Steam to my Bittrex wallet, and then once I have it there, I can't just send it to my checking account. I have to get it into my Coinbase wallet. My Coinbase wallet only has certain things in it, right? Well, on the Bittrex wallet, Bitcoin all the exchanges, they only line up to like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Tether, which is like it's based on $1, basically. It tries to stay around $1, and it does a pretty good job. I've been watching it for over a year, and it hovers right around $1. It might go a little bit over or a little bit under. So basically, I would turn it from, it's tied to Bitcoin, so I can't turn it into Ethereum. I can turn it into Bitcoin, so that's what I do. I turn my Steam into Bitcoin. But then, I know this, Bitcoin transactions are more expensive than a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, so the cheapest one that I have in my Coinbase wallet is Litecoin, right? And I know that Bittrex's transaction fees inside their wallet, like once you actually get it in there and you're exchanging between the stuff inside their stuff, it is really, really cheap. It's only when you're sending to there or out of there that it's a little bit more expensive, and even that's not too bad. But I know if I were to send it straight out as Bitcoin to my Bitcoin wallet on Coinbase, it would cost me more than if I turned it into Litecoin and sent it out as Litecoin. So after I get it into Bitcoin, internally in Bittrex, I then turn it into Litecoin, and then I send. Now this might sound complicated and a lot to go through, and it kind of is. I'm not going to BS you, but it's worth it. It really is. It's worth it, and it's fun. It's kind of like a video game for me. I don't know if you would find that much enjoyment out of it, but I do. So then I turn it into Litecoin, all right? Once it's Litecoin, I just send it straight to my Litecoin address in my Coinbase wallet, which is tied to my checking account. And then I could send my Litecoin straight to my checking account. Now, they used to have PayPal in Coinbase, but towards the beginning of the year, I don't know what happened, but PayPal won't do it anymore. Probably it was too much competition for them, and they were like, shoot, we can't keep like supporting Coinbase, they're getting too big. That's what I think happened. So PayPal kind of like pushed back a little bit. That's what I think happened. So, but there's been talk of like PayPal coming back, at least on the Coinbase website itself. They like mentioned trying to get PayPal back, and if they do, oh my gosh, you could the world is like. I did something. I actually took my Steam one time when PayPal was still available, and I bought somebody a phone in Nigeria with it, and I'll tell you how I did that. What I did was I took my Steam, I sent it to Bittrex, I turned it into Litecoin, sent it to my Coinbase wallet, and then I PayPal'd it to somebody in Nigeria so that they could buy a phone, because they were a songwriter like me and they didn't have anything, right? And if I'm going to give my money to somebody, why not give it to somebody I know could use it, right? Like, because I like to do charity things every once in a while. Like, I had this thing I just had to stop doing that I've been doing forever. It was basically a Christian charity for orphans in Korea that are developmentally challenged, and I had to recently stop it. It kind of breaks my heart I did, but I took a pay cut when I came off the road to be with my family. So I did it for as long as I could, but I can't do it any longer. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I was even though it was a Christian company, that Christian nonprofit that I believe in, and I'm not Christian, but I believe in what they're doing for these children. It still was a nonprofit, and I still know that a lot of that money was probably going towards administrative stuff. Not as much as a lot of the other ones, believe me. I wouldn't have been given to this one if it was, but still some. And I would like to really give to people, like on an individual peer-to-peer level, and that's kind of why I'm getting involved in cryptocurrencies, because it makes that very easy. Like, I've been able to donate I've probably done more donation with the cryptocurrency that I've earned than I've actually like taken out for myself and my family. Actually, I know I have. I have done more what I want to do. So it gives me a way to actually generate something with my content that I can use to like affect people in the world that don't have any money. And there's people over in Nigeria that, and not just Nigeria, but all over the third world that need help, that I can vet in hands-on ways. And I'm going to be making a Steemit post about this soon. The ones that I've found that I think are worth donating to. And the world really opens up. And it becomes a great thing when you can interact with the whole world at your fingertips. I've met people from all over the world this year. Like, all over the world. And I'm involved in Discord, Steemit, that even introduced me to more people. So if you're somebody that wants some people in your audience, or just wants to try something new, and Steemit sounds cool, I'm your guy, dude. Come to me. That's what I want to do, is help people. Help creative people get more involved in Steemit, because a lot of what Steemit is are tech-minded people, because they all come from cryptocurrency world, right? So the creative, it's not oversaturated with creativity, but creativity is still valued on there. So you're gonna, like, I'll make money off my poetry. Like, I just posted a track yesterday of a song that I recorded like years ago that I just put on a new cryptocurrency platform called Tune, which is something else that I featured recently on one of my live streams. And I'll be showing how to turn Tune into money as well. Once I got enough in my wallet, I'll show you how to do that. But Tune is a place that you can put your music, and I'm going slow with it because Musicoin is another one that I've had it on, and I just kind of dumped all my music at once on Musicoin, and it didn't really go anywhere because I couldn't really figure it out, because it wasn't really user friendly and never did become user friendly. I'm hoping it does at some point, but Tune is really user friendly. All right, so I'm going to be featuring it more because I found it has a lot of value, like right away. I did a live stream from it the other day on a playlist that I created. And you can make cryptocurrency just by putting other people's songs that you find on Tune that you like into a playlist, and people play it. Every time somebody streams a song, it creates these notes. And these notes are, right now, they're trading at 2 cents per play. So that may not sound like a lot, but it adds up if people are actually using the platform, right? And it's got good music on it, so there's no reason why people shouldn't be. And I'm telling you, people are. All you have to do is log on and look at it, and you'll see, wow, people are using this, right? So I would suggest, if you're a musician, or even somebody that likes listening to music, why not check out something that can give you value back, right? So anyways, to get back to Steemit, all I did was my second track I ever put on Tune, I made a little blog about it and said, here's the second track I put on Tune, with a link to where it's at. Described a little bit about it, who wrote it. It was me and my songwriting partner, and that was the blog. I mean, it took me like maybe 2 minutes, and it created $4. It might even still be going up because it's got everything you post. It's got 7 days before people can't vote on it anymore. So, like right now, it's over $4, and all it is me taking a track I posted somewhere else, putting it on my blog there, and saying, check this out, you know. And that's one cool thing about Steam It that YouTubers can do. You could be like, I just made this video. Make sure you want to write some kind of content about what it is, though, because it is about more than just, here's my video, you know. So say something about what it is, maybe who you are, something about what you might be trying to do, and put your YouTube video in there. And I will show you a trick that I've been doing. They have DTube on there, all right, which is like their version of YouTube, and you can put videos up on DTube. And they also have DLive, which allows you to upload videos and live stream. So that's really cool too. I've been having a lot of fun with DLive, live streaming on DLive. So that's something you can talk to me about if you're interested in learning how to do that. So what you do is you can get your, you upload your videos to YouTube, right? So why not just when you're taking the time to upload it to YouTube, upload it to DTube. And the cool thing about it is you can like link the two in your blog post, and this is how I do it. I'll upload my Steam, and I do it with my Steam and open mic videos only right now, really, but what it does though is it brings eyes to DTube, right? And DTube itself is an entity that will upvote your videos. Like, I think that most of the time I get upvoted the big bucks from my open mic stuff. If you look, you can see who upvotes your stuff, and DTube is usually, if not always, listed towards the top when I get one that hits pretty good. And I think what it is I don't have to do it that way. I don't have to upload it to DTube, and as a matter of fact, the contest tells you can't just submit it as a DTube video. It has to have a YouTube link, because DTube is a little bit glitchy, and they're trying to work through some things, and the person that is running the contest doesn't have the patience to wait for the long loading times that can happen sometimes with DTube. It's getting better and better all the time, right? So what I do is I'll upload it to YouTube. It will be sitting on YouTube. I might even leave it on YouTube for a day or two before I even make my blog post on Steam It, right? But then I'll be ready to make my blog post. And I usually do it at night around 8 or 9 p.m. And that's the best time I found to get DTube's attention for some reason, Eastern Standard Time. So what I'll do is I'll wait till that time when it's going to be right around 8 or 9 p.m. and I'll make my post. And I'll go on to DTube, I'll upload the video, I'll have it still on my phone because I haven't deleted it, so it's the same video that I've already uploaded to YouTube. I'll upload it to DTube, and then I will, I'll write something about it. I usually include the lyrics. That's important, because you want some visual element, like beyond just the video. You want like some kind of text stuff. So what I usually do is I say what the song is called, who wrote it. Usually it's a song that either I wrote or somebody I know wrote that is cool with me using their material. And then I will talk a little bit about how that song came to be or why I chose to do that song. Then I will post either a picture of the lyrics if I hand wrote out the lyrics, or if I didn't, I'll find the lyrics. Usually a lot of the lyrics I've written, I have copies, digital copies. I'll just cut and paste the lyrics in. Sometimes I will have to type the lyrics out because it's a new song or something that I haven't done yet. But even that's pretty easy. I voice to text the lyrics out, get it done pretty quick. I'd say it takes a little while to upload, about maybe 5 minutes to actually make it through the whole thing. Sometimes longer if it's busy. And I will let it go through all that. You want to get a thumbnail ready. And your thumbnail has to be under a certain size. So that may be a hiccup for you at the beginning. So what I do is a lot of times for my thumbnails, I have a place I go, and I'll show you guys how to do this process. Probably the next time I do it, I'll record how I do it through this app that I'm using right now, so you'll get to see how to do it. So what I do is I take a screenshot of my video. Like, I'll find a place in my video where I think it might be more attractive to the eye, like maybe I'm looking at the camera and smiling or something with my guitar, and I'll screenshot that, right? Then I'll take that screenshot and I'll go to this website that I use that you can upload the pictures to and compress them. And I compress the pictures at 45%, and then I download that compressed picture. I upload it as my thumbnail, usually while my video's uploading, so I'm multitasking at this point, and you can write all the articles and stuff while it's still uploading, so you're getting a lot done in that 5 minutes while it's uploading. So a lot of times, by the time it's done uploading, I am ready to like submit it. I have everything ready. So then you put your tagline, your tags in, whatever else you need to finish it being uploaded. You hit submit. It only takes a few seconds, and it's on the blockchain. The blockchain is what Steemit runs on, and I'm not really going to get into that right now. And there's a bunch of different blockchains. Each cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. So when I say blockchain, that's just the type of technology this is all based on, all right? All these different cryptocurrencies, they're based on blockchain technology. So it posts to the blockchain, which allows it to be viewed on Steemit now. So then I'll open my post up outside of DTube on Steemit, and it allows you to edit it. Well, all I do to edit it is take my YouTube video link and go in and copy and paste it right under where the video source code is in the post, right? And then I just hit save, and it drops my video down, my YouTube video down right underneath that video, right? So then after I've done that, now I have a YouTube video and a DTube video in the same Steemit post, and DTube, I think, recognizes what I'm doing and realizes that it adds value to people finding DTube, because I'm not just like a lot of the people, they'll just submit just their YouTube, right? But when I submit, I'm doing both, and I think they find value in that, and that's why I'm getting their vote on my open mic uploads. So I think you could probably do that with whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be an open mic upload. Every time you put a video on DTube, you could also put it on YouTube and possibly get their attention that way, because I think I did. And then anyways, so once you have it like that, what I do is I take my code. Every post that you make also has a code, so you'll go back to the contest's blog post, and you'll put a little reply in there, and that's where you put your entry. You'll open up a reply, type a little something like, this is what I'm putting in this week, here's the song, copy and paste your blog's post in, and I also copy and paste the YouTube video in, because that's what they want. That's what they want in the actual submission. So that's the first thing I put in is the YouTube, then a little bit of text, and at the bottom I put in my actual Steemit blog post. I hit enter, and then you have to comment on 2 other people's videos and upvote them, and then you're submitted. You're golden, right? And it brings eyes to you too, because they'll feature you. You'll be on trending. This contest is legit. It's pretty cool. You really need to get involved if you're a songwriter, because original content gets most of the winnings. Like they really value original songs and creativity on there. So, and it is something that you do live. So it is a live performance. You don't want to submit something that you didn't record live, but you can get creative with it. Like, you can record one track, and then the final track you do that live, so you can bring in other instruments and stuff. They just want one live take that has you singing and playing an instrument. So you have to play an instrument and sing. And those are the rules of the Steemit Open Mic Contest, pretty much in a nutshell.
and how I go about doing it, and it's working out for me. And the last couple times I've gotten so many hits, like I got 900 and something upvotes on one of them. That just kind of blew me away. And it gives you a chance to interact with people, find other songwriters, because you have to upvote other people's stuff, so you have to listen to their stuff. So it incentivizes you to find other people, and it's just a great way to spend time, if you ask me, being creative, if you're creatively motivated. And it's another place to put your videos that you're putting on YouTube, right? It's just another way to get it out there. Like, people in our community talk about Google Chrome, right? It's just another one of those things, and it's got value, and I'm here to help you. So if you find what I'm talking about interesting, and you want to know anything about it, I mean, shoot me an email at Stephen Martin Songwriter. That's StephenMartin Songwriter at gmail.com, and we can talk back and forth, and I'll get you my phone number so we can actually do a Google Hangout, or I guess you can do it through, but I haven't done a lot of Google Hangouts, but it's something I want to start doing. So you'd be doing me a favor if you want to communicate with me through Google Hangout, because you will be giving me the experience of Google Hangout, and I will be giving you the experience of how to get your stuff going on Steemit. So it's a win-win. So contact me and we can get that going. And I don't even think you need to give me your phone number. I think, like, if you're uncomfortable doing that, I think with Google Hangouts you can just put your email in, and it connects that way. Like, it sends the call out through email somehow. I don't know how exactly that works, but I believe there is a way. It doesn't have to be done through phone numbers, I think. Pretty sure, actually. So we could do a Google Hangout, or if you are comfortable talking on the telephone, we can talk on the telephone. I could walk you through it. You can tell me what you see on your screen. I'll take the time. We'll set it up for a time where I'll be available. I'll let my family know that I'm helping somebody with something, and that's what I want to do. I want to bring value to other people in just the ways that I can, and that's one way I can. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm very open to it. Not only am I very open to it, it brings me a lot of joy and happiness. So you'd be doing me a favor, because you got to find happiness where you can in this life. And it's part of my mission is to introduce people to blockchain technologies. That's why I call myself a crypto bard, because I am using my creativity to bring in people into the cryptocurrency world, because it's the philosophies behind cryptocurrency. It's not just that it's some kind of different money. It's that there's a lot that goes into it, and I've talked about it in a lot of my other videos, but I'll just in a nutshell lay it out for you right now. It is it's a peer-to-peer way of interacting with people. So, like, for instance, the thing I was telling you about buying somebody a cell phone in a third world country. That's not the easiest thing to do, and it can cost you a lot of money. If I would have just purely done it like through checking accounts or whatnot, a wire transfer, it would have cost me a lot of money, but it cost me hardly anything, like, besides just what I sent them, you know? So it was a lot cheaper because I did it peer-to-peer. And if he would have had a Steemit account, the only reason why I went out of my way to do it that way is because I tried to get him a Steemit account. I tried to get all this going, but he was struggling, right? So after he did finally get the phone, I did get him introduced to it. So, but it was not easy to do. So he was actually wary of cryptocurrency, and I can understand. He's in Nigeria. I don't even know what the laws are about it there, but there are a lot of people that are on Steemit that are from Nigeria. So, but I'm getting away from my point. I would have really liked to just send him the Steem, like Rant Jams. He's on YouTube, and you can donate to him through his Patreon or his PayPal. But, and this is something Rant Jams is going to have to get on, because if he wants donations from Acoustic Stevo, which he has gotten, they're going to come in the form of Steam because he's on Steam it, all right? So he's got a Steam wallet. And I could talk him, maybe me and Rant Jams will do a video on this. Me talking him through getting his Steam out of his account, his pocket, or something like that. That might be a cool thing to do. Because I don't have much, and I don't have much in my Steam account right now, but or something in Steam. I live paycheck to paycheck, so and I can't spend fiat currency on donating to anyone because that comes directly out of my checking account. My wife watches that like a hawk, and I don't feel like fighting with her over donating to people because we need our money just to get by. I can't really do it that way. So for me, the only way I could give to Rant Jams, which I wanted to do, was to send him Steam, right? So if you get on Steam, I'm more likely to donate to you. I'll put it that way. I've spent most of my Steam that I've created on Steam. I've donated to other people because that's who I am, and I love supporting other people. That's why I started this stream out with another YouTuber's material. It's because I find value in other people. The thing that I value most in life is other people, like above everything else. It's friendship, loyalty, and other people. And I'm a very loyal person, and a very forgiving person. And I don't get hung up on something. Like, I have a big freaking heart, all right? And Jesus Christ is my number one guy. And I don't even know if he was real or not. I'll put it that way. But what he did on this earth, or at least the stories that came down through the Bible, that's what I aspire to be. Like, I can't be Jesus Christ walking around like giving, myself to everybody all the time. That's not my life path. My life path is that, I'm a truck driver and I have kids and I have a wife and, but what I can do is do my best to be like Christ. And that's what I try to do. And I'm not a Christian. I have been before, but I don't really believe a lot of the things, especially when it comes to homosexuality, because I've had family members that were homosexuals, and that was a blessing for me, because I think if I wouldn't have, I would be a very religious Christian. But because I did, I was blessed with having a homosexual aunt. It opened my eyes up to some things that have actually made me go a lot further in my spirituality than Christianity ever would have brought me, alright? I'll put it that way. So, that doesn't mean I bail on Jesus, because why would I do that? Jesus is like the best thing ever. And so is the power of prayer. Do you know how many times I've seen miracles? And even now, I could, if I want to pray, I can summon the power of Jesus' name, even if I don't believe that Jesus is actually what, God seated on the right hand side of God the Father up in heaven. Like, even if I don't believe all that, I still know that Jesus is powerful, like the name of Jesus, because it creates an energy. This is why I believe Jesus' name is powerful, all right? I hate to step on other people's religious beliefs, but I believe strongly in a lot of things, so I got to talk about what I believe strongly in, all right? So I believe Jesus' name is powerful because of the love signature energy behind it, because of whether he actually walked the earth or not, what was manifested in the Bible and the words that are ascribed to Jesus Christ, all right? And those words, they have a signature behind it. And they have a signature on a lot of different levels, one of them being miracles, all right? Jesus Christ was a miracle worker, right? So if you pray to Jesus Christ, and there's promises given in the Bible, and I believe in those promises, and I believe they work for a lot of reasons, not just because it's the Word of God in the Bible, because I don't believe like that, right? But the energy behind it is why I believe in it, because I've seen it work. I've seen it practically work with my own life experiences, all right? And a lot of people would say, if you've seen it work, why do you turn your back on Christianity and Christ and all this and that? I explained it. there's certain things I can't get in line with, so I had to adapt my beliefs, all right? So my beliefs are that basically the energy, you can add your prayer energy to Christian prayer energy. I do it all the time. I'm around, my wife is a Christian, both my sons are Christians, right? I am recently not a Christian. I would say 2 years of not being a Christian. And before that, I was a Christian when I got really sick in 2012 to about 2014. I was a Christian that went to church, and I was like one of those Christians that came back to church that was like, I believe more like I did before I started going to church. I basically, when I got sick, I got scared, right? And not only did I get scared, I was going to church and I was at the weakest point in my life. And I just kind of was like, God, if this is where I'm at and you had to bring me here and tear me down this far to get my attention, then you've got my attention. I guess you're right. I guess this Bible is really the Word of God, so I'll just accept that, right? And I tried that. I really did. I gave it my all. But in the end, I just can't, it just doesn't work with my belief system. And I can't do anything about that. I really can't. I tried. So I just have to be who I am, right? And who I am is a follower of Jesus Christ. Like, I don't have to believe Jesus Christ was real. I don't have to believe in hell. The only thing I need to believe is what he said and did on this earth, even if that is not real, has an energy signature behind it that changes me spiritually. Like rebirth thing, like born again thing in Christianity, that's real, all right? You can be born again. To be a Christian, you can be born again, all right? That's real. So that is what I take, right? That born again thing. I am a new person, and there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I am geared towards other people and the love signature. So that in itself makes me, and I just can't get on board with blood sacrifice, Jesus Christ being that blood sacrifice. I think that is a story, honestly, and it's a powerful story, and it's got a lot of symbolic, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's what it's about. I don't. I think it's about something else, and I've gotten into that in a lot of my videos. You can just look at them. You'll find them. They're not mine. And I'll get into a lot of that in my future videos, and there's even scripture that talks about what I'm doing right now. I know the scripture pretty dang well, all right? And a lot of people would say that I'm a false prophet, right? Because of what I'm saying right now. Because I'm not falling in line with the canon. And when I say canon, that means a grouping of books that was created by... So, and this council back when, back way, way, way a long time ago, they're trying to unite the Christians. Catholics have a totally different Bible, and they have different books in it. But they're still Christian. It's just, it became all these sects, right? Right? That came out of this canon of stuff. And they're called epistles. It talks about the book of Jasher, and it talks about an event that happened in the book of Jasher as a reference to whatever the speaker's talking about, all right? And I think it was like the sun stood still or something that happened in the book of Jasher. I believe it also happened in like one of the other books of the Bible, maybe Samuel, or Kings or something like that, one of the earlier books. But it does mention the book of Jasher. Now, to me, that I'm a very, very critical thinker, so that's probably why I'm at where I'm at with Christianity, is because I can't let certain things go. And I've read a lot of there's a thing called apology, right, in Christianity, where they dissect everything in the Bible, and they they make apologies for it or arguments for the things that people might come about and criticize, right? Well, I found a writer called Bart Ehrman, and I believe that's his name, Bart Ehrman, and he was somebody who was studying Christian apology. He was a New Testament scholar, right? That's what he did. Like, that's what he got his degree in and his doctorate and all that. And he ended up finding out that he didn't believe in Christianity, and he lays out his arguments in a number of books that he wrote. And they really impacted me, and they led me to feel a lot better about the fact that I wasn't buying the narrative, all right? I'll put it that way. So after I was freed from that, I could look at Jesus in a totally different way. Like, I didn't have to believe that believing in Jesus was going to be what set me to heaven over hell. Hell, I didn't even have to believe in heaven or hell anymore. So I stopped. I stopped believing in the things that I naturally don't believe in, and started using my mind to exercise about what I think God would do. You know, I don't think God would create a place of fire and brimstone and eternal agony for a soul to reside in, all right? That a soul can never escape. I believe that people can do very evil things on this earth, and I believe in redemption. I do believe in being born again, all right? I believe that people, and a lot of people find legitimate being born again through Christianity. Christianity is legit, like as far as like changing your life and loving people and following Christ. If that's what you're doing with Christianity, you're my brother and you're my sister. I just can't believe a lot of the things that you believe. And that's the only difference between us, is that I can't believe a lot of it. But the love that comes out of that book, as far as the New Testament goes, and the community that's talked about in Acts at the very beginning, that does not resemble the churches that we have nowadays. Heck, I would submit that what we're doing on YouTube resembles a lot more of the community, and what I'm talking about doing with getting people into cryptocurrency and donating to each other resembles a lot more of community, according to the book of Acts, than going to church and sitting in a pew every Sunday. And I can make a hardcore argument for just that, alright? But I'm not here to be like some special knowledge person. I'm just telling you where I'm at with it. What I would describe myself as is a witch. And the reason why I do that is because it makes Christians cringe automatically. And I do that purposefully, because a Christian has to come into terms with me if I do that, right? They have to go, wow, this guy is actually calling himself a witch. And that means he's like aligning himself with Satan. But that's not what I'm doing, all right? Because first off, I don't even believe in Satan. Like, I don't believe in Satan. I believe in dark energy, and I believe in entities, and I believe in higher beings, angels and demons is what I call them, because that's the best way I can describe them. And I believe I've had contact with these entities. That's why I believe in them. I don't just have faith in them. I actually believe I've experienced them, angels and demons. And I do believe in a creator, but my creator is not the creator from the Bible, all right? And I am not a pagan. So when I say I am a witch, that doesn't mean that I'm a pagan. What it means to me, and the reason why I say it as witch, is because I don't believe in gender, all right? So witch automatically makes people go, wouldn't you mean warlock because you're a man? And no, I don't mean warlock. I mean a witch. Because a witch is a feminine energy, right? And I carry a feminine energy signature, even though I'm a man. And I enjoy women as women, like in every way you can enjoy a woman as a woman. I carry a caring feminine nature. Like, I am a lot more like a mother in a lot of ways than a father. Like, I'm a father too, and I do play that with my children because they need a father. but I always got that mother side of me as well that's there. And so I carry a feminine signature, and because I don't believe in gender, and I am a supporter of transgender people, I believe that we've created these things. I believe in, don't get me wrong, I believe in masculinity and femininity, but I don't believe that they are exclusive to your, whatever you're born as, all right? I believe that it's kind of your heart energy, your heart chakra is where this energy is housed, your actual gender, and it can be very fluid, all right? That's what I believe. So that's why I call myself a witch, because it makes Christians cringe. It makes people cringe that believe in gender. And I'm a cringe lord. That's how I break the monotony of the situation. That's how I get past a certain level of awareness with people, because it makes them deal with me. Like, if they realize what I am, that I am a good person, that I am somebody who's wanting to help, if I'm somebody who will pray for them and my prayers will be effective, there's a reason for all that. If I can heal, and I can heal myself and others, if I can do these sorts of things, and it's not just a bunch of me, it's like, the reason why I can do these things is because I understand certain things about the universe, and I'm aided by beings that are powerful, all right? So if I pray, I'm not praying to demons. I'm praying to the universe. That's what I call it, the universe, all right? So I'm a witch that prays to the universe, and that's how I do most everything I do, all right? I don't cast spells. Spells are very powerful. I know how to cast spells, but I don't want to be powerful, so I don't cast spells, all right? And that's because I don't think that it's my place to tie things in on this physical level, like tie it. Like, you could cast a very simple spell by tying a knot. You can get a shoelace at Walmart, a black shoelace, or a white shoelace, or a blue shoelace, or a green shoelace, and that's as far as I'm going to go into it, and cast a very simple spell, alright? You can light a colored candle and meditate and cast a simple spell. It's not hard to do. Every once in a while I'll do an energy spell with color and candles and things like that, but those are not even hardcore spells. Those are they're called what I call open spells. It's just where I'm inviting certain energies, good energies, and I make sure that I'm very, very specific on the type of energy that I'm inviting. And it's whatever, it's to bring aid to a situation, and I do it in an open way that I'm not trying to direct how exactly that aid comes, or even if it comes, if it's not meant to be. It's just more of a creativity type of thing, more of a experiencing the energy type of thing. But I am a witch, all right? When I'm outside in nature, I feel all the energy of all the life because I'm a witch. So for me, a witch is just somebody that's in tune. That's really all it is, somebody that's in tune. That can call upon whatever they need to call upon to manifest whatever they need to manifest. And that doesn't mean that I can, like, do magic tricks, like make things happen right away and all this and that. But I probably could make a lot more happen than I even know myself, I'll put it that way. And I have some psychic abilities. I'm able to do some things psychically. I'm able to, it's going to sound superficial, and mostly is, but I'm working on it. Right now I'm working on it as an exercise, but I found it very intriguing. But it's called cloud bursting. And what you do is, on a nice day where the clouds are separate, and you can find some smaller clouds to start with, focus on the cloud and just try to make it disappear. Just a lot of it's meditation, where you just kind of let your mind kind of go. maybe even feel like you are the cloud, right? Maybe even feel like you're the cloud getting rid. You know what clouds are made of? Water, right? So feel yourself being the cloud and losing the water. I've even found it effective to use my finger as an eraser and make circles. But it's called cloud bursting, and I'm really good at it. I don't know if I made one video on it one time when I was in a bad situation, and I did burst the cloud, but it took me a while. And I'm not even sure if it was fully on screen the whole time, but if you watch the video closely, you'll realize I did burst the cloud. Either that or the atmosphere changed and the cloud disappeared, all right? But I'm telling you, I've done it enough times in enough situations, and it's something I work on quite a bit. I know I can do it, which tells me if I can do something like that, I'm a lot more powerful than I know I am, all right? And so are you. All of us are. I'm not special at all. All of us are a lot more powerful than we know. And I'm all about that. I'm all about discovering that. I think there are things that we can do that we don't know that we're going to do, that the government knows that we can do, that they don't want us to know that we can do. I think there are a lot of things that we can do, all right? And I'm on a path to discovering those things little by little. Telekinesis is one of them. I haven't really done a lot of work on that lately just because I've been... Cloud bursting's like as far as I've been going with it, right? But I know how to do it. I've been instructed on it. So if I do want to start doing it, I could. And maybe I will at some point. But what I've been working on the most is prayer. Like finding things to pray about. It doesn't have to be something big. Anything that I hear about that I think I could add like healing, thoughtful energy to, I focus on it basically, and I pray and I ask for aid from beneficial spirits that are going, when I say spirits, I'm talking angels, like that are going to aid in the whatever it is I'm praying about, right? And it's been pretty effective, and it has a lot to do with faith. That's one of the things in the Bible that is real. Faith activates prayer. Faith activates prayer. So the fact that I can still have faith activate prayer, and I don't believe in Christianity the way it's spelled out in the Bible, says to me, why doesn't God just cut me off, right? And I guess some people would say because I'm not really working with angels, I'm working with demons, and I'm being deceived by Satan, and I'm a false prophet who's deceived by the deceiver, and that's their way of coping with everything I've been talking about, right? And I can understand that at some level. And having been indoctrinated with Christianity, sometimes it's even hard for me not to entertain that thought. But I don't, all right? I don't entertain that thought. Because I'm having a lot of fun. I love life more than ever. I get to see miracles happen all the time when I pray for things. I get to have an open mind and not shut everything out that's not narrowly on some narrow thing. You know, there's a thing that Christians live by, which is the road is narrow, right? The path is narrow. There's one door, and it's Jesus Christ, right? But for me, I think it's misunderstood what's being said there. Yes, the road is narrow, and it's hard to find, but there's also seek and ye shall find, and I never stop seeking. So I look at it like I'm still going down that narrow road, right? All I've done is continued to seek, and I found things like Bart Ehrman in doing that, which opened my eyes to the fact that I might not have to accept things that I just don't believe, right? So, I mean, that's just who I am now. So, I would like to find like-minded people that have been through what I've been through with Christianity, that have come out in a similar place, that are highly spiritual and highly attuned, and only want good things, that still follow Jesus Christ as a role model for their life. I'm looking for these individuals because I feel alone in this, all right? Because I was a highly devoted Christian because I believe in love and I believe in all those things. I believe in community. I believe in fighting evil with every ounce of your being. I believe in calling out fake narratives, fake lies, things that are not real. I believe in like speaking to these things and putting out what is real, what is the truth. I believe in the truth, all right? So I'm looking for other people like this because, and not just people that have been through Christianity and come out the other side of it and still believe in Jesus and prayer and angels, but don't buy certain things that keep them from actually being Christians and calling themselves a Christian, because that's kind of where I'm at. And I would like to meet some of these other people because I know they got to be out there, and I would like to align myself with them and have some people that I know I can trust because they're Christian, or at least they used to be, and if they're not, they still are in their hearts. It's just they can't believe certain things because they don't. That's what I'm looking for, all right? And I'm also looking for Christians that can accept me calling myself a witch, and be cool with it, and not love me just because they're a Christian and they have to, but love me for exactly who I am. Not to hear what I'm saying as like something that I'm trying to push on them, but just something that I feel strong in. And I have Christians in my life like this that know exactly who I am, right? But it's hard to find them because most Christians, you tell them you're a witch and they're not all about that, seriously. So, and that's the reason why I call myself a witch. I could call myself anything, really. A poet. I could call myself a songwriter. You know, I could call myself a naturist. But I like witch. It works. It's what gives me a little smirk in the back of my mind, which is fun. So I'm going to call myself a witch. And I'm a white witch that doesn't practice magic, at least not casting spells on people or events or anything like that. I might burn a candle or two every once in a while, but that's about as far as it goes. Because I don't need to. And I'll tell you what, if you join in prayer with Christians, those prayers are so powerful. I mean, because the prayer energy is the same thing. All you want is to call the angels to help, and God, the universe, the creator, to help. So, the Bible verse that talks about 2 or more in my name, I think is a lot deeper than just 2 or more in the name of Jesus. Like, I can pray with Christians under the name of Jesus and combine my energy to that, and it's very effective. But I think it goes deeper than that. You could be 2 or more in the name of God, maybe not even Jesus, just God, like the Father. A lot of times I pray with Christians and they start out their prayers, Heavenly Father, and they're actually praying to not Jesus, but the Heavenly Father. And I, in my mind, adapt that a little to God. That's what I just call it. God is neither male or female to me. God is the universe, the creator of everything, all right? There's a witch that I know on YouTube, and she is a full-on witch, and I respect her highly. Her name's Ancient Egyptian Magic, I believe. And she calls him, what does she call him? Or her? I don't even know if she thinks of it the same way I do as him or her, or both. But she calls Most High. That's what she calls the creator of everything, the Most High, alright? So that's who I pray to whenever I pray with a Christian, is the Most High. So they may be saying Jesus or Heavenly Father, but I'm not necessarily saying Most High, but that's the energy that I'm praying to, alright? And it's highly effective, because we're praying to the same thing, really, and I understand this. And that's why I love Christians, and I'm Muslims too. You could do the same thing with a Muslim when they're praying to Allah. I mean, most of the time, Muslims, they want peace and everything just like a Christian wants. They want love, they want community, they want to have friends and all this. And so I can talk about a God as easily with a Muslim as I can a Christian. And I could pray with a Muslim just as easily as I can a Christian. Because all it is when they say Allah, I'm thinking Most High. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's just how it is with me. Same thing goes with Buddhists. They don't even believe in God, but I can get on their level and interact with them and join my energy to them. Or a Hindu, or anyone. I haven't tried it with a Hindu, but that'd be fun. I definitely would like to. I would definitely love to try it with a Hindu. So if there's any Hindus that ever come across this video and you want to just try some prayer activity with Acoustic Steve-O and try to manifest some good into this world through prayer, I'm down. We can pray to whoever it is you want to pray to. I'm going to be praying to the Most High, but it'll work. You can pray to your energy signature, and if your energy signature is asking for good healing things, Acoustic Steve-O will pray with you. If you're asking for a miracle in your life and you need somebody to pray for you, I will. And that's for anyone out there. If you need prayer, ask me for prayer. 2 or more come together in prayer, right? You're the person that needs prayer, so you're one person. Always know Acoustic Steve-O's here. I might not be a Christian, but I will pray for you, all right? Just know that. And that's one of the things that that's one of my life missions. I pray a lot about a lot of things. And I think a lot about God. A lot about God. I highly believe in God, all right? I will never be an atheist. I don't think atheists are bad or anything. I love atheists, but I will never be one because I've seen enough miracles, and God's been in my life enough that I know God exists, all right? I'll put it that way. I'm just a little different, man. I don't try to be, but I am, so... For all those Christians out there that can accept me, man, I would be glad to know it. Let me know. Say, hey, brother, I'm a Christian, but I'll accept you. Let me know that, because I don't know that. I get a little wary about Christianity, Christians that I don't know, because I feel like they might judge me. Not even intentionally, because I know they're told not to, but I'm saying some pretty strong things that would put me in a lot of their books as a false prophet, right? And so I know how hard it can be to accept someone like me, because I've been a Christian before. You know what I mean? I understand. So if you're not a Christian if you're a Christian who actually wants to be my friend and not judge me, I'm down. I love Christians. I'm married to one. So I guess I made this live stream go a little bit longer than I thought. I'm getting close to my destination now. I'll probably be there in the next 5 minutes. So when I get there, I'll just stop the video, and that'll be the end. So we got about 5 minutes, man. I could use some prayer from all you Christians. I went to the doctor finally, but I still got this poison ivy, and it's itchy and it's uncomfortable. So pray for my healing if you would. I request it. I'd appreciate it. It is healing up, though. It's not as bad as it has been. Like, it's been really bad. So I am being blessed right now. I am healing. And I'm thankful for it, because it's been miserable. And I learned a valuable lesson. A lot about my pride, basically. My pride's what earned me this poison ivy. Because I just wanted to get a job done the fastest way possible in the wrong conditions. And it was kind of a fit I threw. I just went at it and got it done. And I knew I might get poison ivy, but I didn't know how bad I'd get it. I just thought maybe I'd get a spot here or there. but I got it really bad. So I learned Acoustic Steve-O's not immune to nature and what it can do to him. You know, he's got to take precautions as somebody who knows they're allergic, highly allergic to poison ivy. Tell you what, I won't be doing this again anytime soon. I haven't had poison ivy this bad since I was a kid, though. So, I mean, I've gotten it a few times over the years as an adult, but it's only been little spots here and there that go away pretty fast. So, tell you what, though, I never want to experience this again. So, I've done a lot of research, and I know basically how to keep it from happening again, and that's what I will be doing. And I still have some minutes, so after I heal up, I'm going to go do that work, but I'm going to do it in a totally different way. I'll tell you that much. I was such an idiot, man. So stupid. But sometimes that's how I learn the best, is I do something so stupid that I don't ever want to do it again. Like, really, that's how I learn the best. I mean, I don't know why I got to do that to myself. It's really kind of messed up, but it is the reality of the situation. Maybe someday I'll just stop doing that. I'll be like, well, I've done that before, and I know it's going to end badly before I even do it. I don't really have to do it to find out if it's going to end badly. Maybe I should just trust myself and my intuition and even the people around me that are telling me that it's going to end badly, instead of just doing it anyways and thinking that I can just deal with the repercussions. Maybe one day I'll mature to that level, but I don't think I'm there yet. So I'm kind of glad. See, what I'm doing now is kind of a lot of what I do on my regular streams that I kind of do when I'm driving, which is just talk and like free-form thought, whatever ends up being. And yeah, I ramble a lot, but you know, that's kind of what the content I'm making, because that's what I enjoy doing. You know, not ever find a niche, or a viewership, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And even if it's something that one day my kids can look back at when they want to feel close to their dad because their dad's gone or whatnot, it'll be there. You know what I mean? Unless somehow my channel gets taken down, it'll be there, and it'll be a lot of me, so they'll have plenty of me, you know, or anyone in my life. If I'm gone someday, they'll be able to see this stuff and really get to know the deeper me that maybe they didn't even know when I was sitting right next to them. You know what I mean? That's a lot of why I do this stuff. It's not just creating followers or whatever. I don't really want followers. I want people to. I want an audience, but to me that's different than followers. I want people to actually listen to what I've got to say and maybe respond to it, but it's not necessarily I want to affect how somebody believes or anything like that. I want them to understand how I believe and maybe give some thought into it, but nothing more than that, really. Because I do spend a lot of time on introspection and coming up with what I believe and why I believe it. I spend a lot of time on that. I'm very philosophically geared, very spiritually geared, and a lot of my time and energy goes into thoughts like that. That's just me. So YouTube helps me get that out, because if I don't, it's just all kept up inside myself, because it's not the type of thing that you go around talking to everybody you encounter about. You know, people are going to think you're crazy and weird, and maybe you are, but you're going to turn people off. So YouTube, I might still be turning them off, but all they have to do is tune out. You know what I mean? It's not like real life, repercussion type thing. So I can kind of get it all out there, because it's nice to get it all out there and talk about how I believe about things. Maybe I'll connect with a soul or two that feels a lot the way that I do, and I'll find people out there that are like me as far as how they go about seeking their spirituality, and I'm looking for that. I would love to find people like that. Because right now, I don't really have... There are probably a couple people in my life that... Like, my sister's one that I could talk to like this about, and she gets me. Even my younger brother, I could talk to him about a lot of this. My mom, I could talk to her. I can't really talk to my wife, but that's okay, because she's a Christian, you know, and I have to really tread a thin line with that, because I respect it, you know. I don't want to make her uncomfortable, because she knows that I describe myself as a witch, and so do both my kids, but I don't put it in their face, you know what I mean? I don't put it in their face all the time, you know. It's not something that I'm trying to push on them. The only reason why they know is because they have to know who I am. That's the only reason why they know. It's not anything other than that. And I talk about Jesus. Very great, you know. I tell my kids all the time that Jesus is like what everything's about, because really it is. I don't even get too deep in the conversations because my kids can't really. They're both autistic, and one's 9 and one's 15. Neither one of them are that interested in having these conversations, so I'm not too worried about it. And they're both Christians, and they believe in God. I'm not going to mess with that. Sliding my tandems. That's something you do on your truck when you get to your destination. A lot of these places, they want your tandems slid, which are your rear axles on your truck. They can slide back and forth to adjust your weight. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thanks to anybody who watches it in the future. I forgot to say my whole spiel at the beginning, which is, hey YouTube, this is Acoustic Stevo, the crypto bard, coming to you from making his way in the cryptoverse. Join me on my journey. Let's have some fun. And I think we just had some fun. So thanks for showing up.